I hated coming to school. Stepping into school was an absolute drag every single day. I felt so left out and unloved, like no one wanted me around. I felt like a nobody. Everybody had a friend, or at least someone they could talk to. I felt almost invincible. No one bothered to see through my mask, and I didn't want them to see through me. It did not help that I was also doing badly in my studies. No matter how hard I studied for my tests, the results were never a fruit of my labor. I felt indignant, helpless, and frustrated. I knew I had to get help somehow, but I was simply too scared to ask anyone for help. Who would help me anyway? The friends I had were all in my head. If I opened my mouth to ask for help, people would surely laugh at me or shun me, and I was not prepared for another round of humiliation.
I had been contemplating whether or not to go for this job interview for the longest time. With much reluctance, I decided to give it a try, but without much hope of success. Who would want to employ me, a half-useful man? There were so many more competent people out there. Look at her. She speaks with such confidence, and I wish I could do the same. Or look at her. She looks so much better than me. Does appearance really matter? What if no one hires me because I'm just not normal? I stood no chance against them, or anyone else at all. I had neither appearance nor ability. What was I thinking applying for this job? I am merely a handicap. No one will accept me. It's better to give up now than feel greater disappointment later on. Why bother trying when there's clearly no hope at all? Nothing's new. Overlooked once again. People only seem to care about themselves or the people who benefited them. After all, I was a nobody. Who would help me?
I used to be able to paint well. My artwork was a reflection of my life and soul. It represented my innermost thoughts and emotions, my beliefs and my dreams. My artwork was appreciated and well sought after, and many of my pieces fetched high prices. I was at the peak of my career until that fateful day. The accident caused me to lose my most precious sense, my sense of sight. My life was plunged into complete darkness. I could no longer add color into my work. Just like my blank canvas, my life was empty and void. What can a blind person do? Nothing. Without my sight, I can no longer translate my emotions into works of art. No one could understand or empathize with my anguish and disbelief. Blind people are just useless and hopeless. And now, I'm one of them. My art pieces became worthless. No one wanted to buy them, and no one cared anymore. My life was in shambles.
But that was only what I thought. There were actually people in school who bothered to pick me up when I was at my lowest. People whom I initially thought couldn't care less about me were willing to teach, guide, and support me. As much as I didn't dare to believe at first, they did not mind taking time out of their busy schedule to help me and care for me. They treated me like a normal person and never once looked down on me or treated me any differently. Slowly, I found real friends to brighten up my life. I found friends that were willing to walk through life's ups and downs with me. I found people who believed in me when I did not even have strength to believe in myself. School is now my second home, where I grow and spend some of the happiest moments of my life. While I still struggle in my studies, this time I am confident I am not in this alone.
However, I had never been more wrong. There are kind people out there, people who are willing to extend a helping hand to me, people who are willing to overlook differences and my disability, people who gave me the confidence to try again and the courage to pursue a life lived to the fullest.
No motivation to continue painting. I thought no one would help me or care for me, but I was wrong. People did care. At the very least, they cared enough to pull me out of the darkness, to praise my work and encourage me. They cared enough to renew my lost hope. Most importantly, they showed me that I was still in control of my life. They gave me courage to try again and to keep trying. And so, I started on a fresh new canvas.
Impossible? No, I am possible.